Hi everyone, this is Lien and welcome back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing a mini Slimline card using the Birds of Paradise along with the 3-room studio mini Slimline die. So first of all, let's start with the coloring of these birds. I am using Transotype perfect coloring paper and I stamped these images using Gina Design's Amalgam ink Obsidian. And I'm using my Copic markers to color all of these in. Now, I don't know if you participated on the video hop during the Meraki mini release, but there some amazing crafters shared some inspiration with all the newly released products, and I shared a card where I did one of these birds completely in a rainbow variety of colors, and I was so surprised by how easy it was to actually get the blend between the different color families that I decided today to do something similar but not repeating myself. So today I have mostly 2 colors for each of the birds, 2 color families that will flow into each other. Now this first one will be blue and green, and I must say that having it easier to get the blend between the color families really also depends upon the 2 markers that you will put close to each other. If they are both really dark, then it will be handy, or if they are both really soft, like in this case I'm doing the really light colors of each of the combinations next to each other and just flicking them into each other, overlapping a little bit, and that actually helped me with this blend. And I know that it might be daunting because it was for me. I avoided doing things like this for a really long time, and I really like Copic coloring, so it's not that I couldn't try it. I just avoided it because I thought it was going to be too difficult. Now I really want to encourage you, if this is something that you want to make and you think like me that it's too hard, I think you can do this. I truly think you can. Just try it. Really, it's all about trying, and it's as stupid as that. Like, trying things out for me is already something that I don't do often because I don't like things to fail. I don't know why necessarily, because we can only improve if we try things out. But it was definitely something that kept me from trying, just being scared to fail. And so that's why I'm here, that's why I'm saying it out loud. This you can do. Just try to find those markers close to each other, although they are from different color families, and try it out. And truly it will work. That being said, I'm on to the second bird, which will be mostly oranges and reds. Why also again these colors are even easier to get the blend, because they're closer towards each other than green and blue, although they're also really close to each other. You know what I mean. I first did the orange items, and as you can see here for the orange things, I'm sort of, I looked for a red, this R27, which is sort of really close still towards the oranges, and then I just went back and forth between them. Also doing a bit of flicking. This R14 is really a good in-between. That really helped, and just keep going back and forth. And it's as easy as that, and once you have that blend between those 2 families, you know that the rest will go smoothly, because those other blends you already do so many times just when you do your coloring. And that's how these birds came together. And then the small one, which is truly my favorite, all things baby sort of thingies, are my favorites. They are really cute, and this bird is so adorable, will be an orange towards yellow bird. So just making sure that the blend is right in the face as well, and then we will do the others. As you saw, I'm using exactly the same colors as I did on the bottom of the birds for the faces as well. I'm not adding more colors. This is already a really bright and joyful and colorful card and coloring video. So now onto the tiny one. Oh, it's so cute. Here, as I said, oranges and yellows. And I don't know what you think. What is your favorite of these three? I am doubting. On the one hand, I think the small one, because of course the image itself is already a winner, but also because the yellow is really bright and joyful. On the other hand, I love the blend that I got from the oranges and reds. It's a really comfortable blend between those two color families. And then the green and blue one is really fresh and joyful as well. So I don't know. I like them all, but everyone has his preferences, so maybe you have a favorite. And so this little bird, really easy coloring, and then I'm taking the matching dies to cut these three out. So I'm just using some purple tape to keep the dies in place, and then we will continue with the background. Now, as I said in the beginning, for the background I am using the 3-room Studio Mini Slimline, which is a fabulous basic mini slimline die, as also the slimline dies are. You can do so many things with them. So I decided to tape these 3 rooms close to each other so that I could use the Wavy Lines stencil from My Favorite Things, and I'm just basing myself on the coloring of these images and doing a bit of ink blending. I'm using cracked pistachio, squeezed lemonade, mustard seed and spiced marmalade, and I am sort of blending in an angle. I didn't want to have the gradient just go horizontally, because these birds, they're going to be a bit everywhere, so I just wanted to have it on an angle. And between the yellow and the cracked pistachio, I get that green as well, so that's why I didn't add a green in between. And then I just wanted a bit of a warmer tone on the top, so that's why I added that spiced marmalade as well. And then making sure that I like the blend, going back and forth between the colors and having well, it dark enough. It was really soft in the beginning, always being careful when I start blending, but just to match with the birds I decided to go a bit harder. Now I am deciding upon placement, also the sentiment. So for the sentiment, I took this spring wreath stamp set from My Favorite Things, and you have some incredible stamps, well, sentiments in it. And today I decided to use the Thinking of You, which is perfect for that area that we have slightly larger on this frame. And then I was just going to check whether placement was still working. That being checked, it's time to add everything to my card base. So first of all, I am temporarily adding my frame here on my mini slimline card base. Why? Because I love inlaying, but I'm the worst to keep a frame or whatever in place while I have to inlay other things. So I prefer adding it temporarily and then removing it once I'm sure that everything is inlaid perfectly. So now I can add some Scotch 3M foam tape on the back of this frame. Why? Because dimension is lovely to work with. You can also add several frames on top of each other, of course. And once I have covered the back completely, I'm going to add it to my card base. Now, having this kind of dimension, I'm also going to use this foam tape to help me get those critters on top of my card, to have it on the same height as the frame that we have. So making sure to add some foam tape all over, and then I will use liquid glue there where there is an overlap with the frame. So as you can see here, it's a bit of a puzzle, but it's worth it, I think, and when you're mailing, it will help keep everything intact. Because sometimes the mailman really has a lot of packages and letters and cards to get to people, so it can be crushed in between all the rest, and I personally add as much foam as I can on the back each time, just to avoid my card getting bulked or crushed during mail. And then once these images are on top of my card, I decided to add a bit of embellishments. I'm adding some bubbles all over this mini slimline. Once I'm happy with placement, I'm going to add it using some liquid glue. And then I will also be adding some glossy accents to the eyes of the birds that are open. Why? Because the eyes are so huge, it's really cute, but I think if they are shining, like with some glossy accents, it gives something more. So apparently I did not film that, but I did add the glossy accents. So that's that. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and of course that you like the end result. If you do, you can always give this video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. I want to thank you all for stopping by, and I wish you an incredible day, and I'll be back soon with some new crafty inspiration. Bye!